Market boom. Breaking news has rocked the hearts of Real Madrid fans. The football scene is buzzing, and Ibrahima Konaté's name is being mentioned loudly in the halls of the Bernabeu. Real Madrid is about to make one of the boldest moves of the preseason. A surgical, quiet, and yet explosive move. The kind of coup only Florentino Perez can pull off in the transfer market. Ibrahima Konaté, the French defender who marshals Liverpool's defense, could be the new Galactico. A striking signing. Looks like a future starter in the Whites' defense. And the most shocking detail, he's reportedly already said yes to the Blancos. That's right. The defender has reportedly signaled that he wants to wear white, even if he has to wait until 2026 to do so. Can you believe it? If this is confirmed, we're facing one of the biggest behind-the-scenes dances of the European season. A strategic move that would change Real's defensive axis for the next 5 years. But before we get into all the sacred details of this potentially explosive signing, subscribe to the channel right now. What are you waiting for, Madrid fan? Here's breaking news, sharp analysis, and genuine passion for the biggest club in the world. Leave a like, comment below what you think of this possible arrival, and activate the bell, because Real Madrid doesn't rest, and neither does our coverage. The 2024-25 season was glorious in terms of titles, but it also exposed an uncomfortable reality. Real's defensive line urgently.
Did you like this analysis, Madrid fan? Then leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Who deserves to be a starter in Xabi Alonso's new Real? Let's exchange ideas. This is Madrid until the last second.
Needs renewal. Age has begun to take its toll, and the current preseason has laid this need bare. With Nacho's departure and Alaba's injuries, the defensive system became vulnerable in crucial moments. Even with Rudiger maintaining a solid level of form, time is unforgiving. He's already over 32, and the pace of the season demands rotation and depth in the squad. Florentino Perez, as always, didn't sit idle. He strengthened the flanks, brought in a midfielder with creative vision, invested in youth, and even closely observed the development of Dean Huyson, who had excellent performances in the US. But that reliable, young, and ready defensive pillar is still missing. In the preseason, we saw some holes exposed. Against strong opponents, the team struggled in transitions. The defense looked shaky without Militão or Rudiger on the field. A new strong name became an immediate priority. That's where Konaté enters the radar with full force. A young name, but already proven on the world's biggest stages. A player who could be a starter from day one and still improve much further. The board knows that to continue competing at a high level, it needs defensive stability. And with the Champions League, Club World Cup, La Liga, and World Cup, the physical demands will be enormous. There's no room for improvisation. Konaté would be the ideal response to this moment. A reinforcement not just for today, but especially for the next 5 or 6 years of Real Madrid's hegemony. Ibrahima Konaté is much more than just a name on the radar. He's currently the Real Madrid defense's #1 target. A complete modern defender who combines physical explosiveness and tactical intelligence like few others in European football. At just 26 years old, he's already faced the world's greatest strikers in the Premier League. A starter in big matches, a presence in finals, and with Champions League experience, he doesn't shy away from pressure. He thrives on it.
Did you like this analysis, Madrid fan? Then leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Who deserves to be a starter in Xabi Alonso's new Real? Let's exchange ideas. This is Madrid until the last second.
Shows consistency and development. He arrived as a promising prospect and became a benchmark. When healthy, he's one of the best in the English league. Strong in close combat, quick in coverage, and confident in the air. But the most important point of this whole story is far from the pitch. It's behind the scenes. Konaté rejected Liverpool's renewal offer. He said no, and according to Spanish and English sources, he had a clear preference: to play for Real Madrid. The rumor turned into a powerful smokescreen. People close to the player claim he's already given the go-ahead to join the Blancos, even if he has to wait until 2026, when his current contract expires. This has set off alarm bells at Anfield. The player is even reportedly learning Spanish, according to internal reports. What's more, he reportedly told colleagues that he sees the Bernabeu as his dream stadium. Isn't that enough to make your hair stand on end? If this operation goes through, it will be a silent, strategic and utterly devastating blow to the European market. A chess move with Florentine DNA. Konaté is an elite defender, period. And not just because he plays for Liverpool, but because he possesses a set of characteristics that place him among the most complete in Europe. He doesn't just score, he dominates the defensive sector. Physically, he's a monster. He wins physical duels with ease, anticipates plays, and has the explosiveness of a striker. It's rare to see a defender with such.
Did you like this analysis, Madrid fan? Then leave a like, subscribe to the channel and comment. Who deserves to be a starter in Xabi Alonso's new Real? Let's exchange ideas. This is Madrid until the last second.
Agility to cover the flanks and still win one-on-ones. In the air, he's practically unbeatable. At over 6'3", tall and with a sharp jump, he poses a real threat from attacking set pieces, something Real Madrid has needed since Ramos's departure. His ball delivery is efficient, if not spectacular, but it's confident, objective, and increasingly accurate. He knows how to find vertical passes and has the personality to build plays from the front line. His only weakness, and one that should be monitored, is injuries. He's had significant absences due to muscle problems. He's not exactly fragile, but it's a warning sign for Madrid's medical department. In a well-structured squad like Real's, with rotation and top-notch monitoring, this can be easily managed. And Konaté knows this. Playing in Spain could even increase his longevity. Ultimately, we're talking about a defender ready to be a starter, a reference and a key player in the reconstruction of a new white wall. Real Madrid has been monitoring Konaté's situation for over a year. Scouts have followed his games, talks have been held between agents, and his name appears on internal defense priority lists. The club's original plan was to make a move now, in September 2025. With the window still open, the board signaled an offer of between 20 and 25 million euros to Liverpool. But the English club played hardball. They know they're short on defensive options, and they don't want to lose Konaté without trying everything. They rejected the offer, and they set a hefty price tag, 50 million. Real Madrid's response? Cold, calculating, and intelligent. The club backed down, but didn't give up. The new plan is clear. Wait until January 2026. Sign a free pre-contract and secure the player without spending a cent. Meanwhile, newspapers like AS, Marca, and 442 are saying the player has already made up his mind. He wants Real Madrid, he's willing to wait, and he trusts the club to keep its word. Behind the scenes, rumors are swirling that Konaté is already talking to teammates about life in Madrid. The conversation is going around, the smoke is getting thicker, and when the smoke comes from the Bernabeu, you can be sure the fire is right behind it. If Konaté arrives, Real Madrid's defensive structure will change. He would bring youth, physical strength, and immediate renewal to an aging defense. It would be a worthy response to the demands of a brutal schedule. Dean Huijsen, for example, could develop more slowly, without the burden of carrying the defense. Alaba and Militão would have someone to share responsibilities with, without having to overextend themselves in small-sided games. Rudiger, with Konaté alongside him, would form an elite duo. Imposing, fast, and difficult to beat in the air or on the ground. A German-French wall with a merengue accent. Ancelotti would have the flexibility to rotate the team, vary formations, and adjust to the opponent's needs. The defense would gain depth, and the entire team would breathe easier. Off the field, it would be another message to European football. Real Madrid is always 2 steps ahead. While others spend fortunes, Florentino anticipates moves and profits intelligently. In the Champions League, this new defensive line could be the difference. Remember that goal conceded on the counterattack? With Konaté on the field, it might not happen. It's a signing that changes not only the team, it changes the club's defensive status in